All right. So from what we've started discussing, last time we discussed about MACD, that was yesterday. We discussed about MACD and I guess most of us got the concept of MACD. The MACD crossovers, we talk about the fact that MACD is a trend line following momentum indicator, and it helps traders to identify market momentum, also the trend of a market, and also the momentum, right? So we describe the two, what do you mean by trend and what do you mean by momentum, and we also discuss about um MACD crossovers, the MACD crossovers, the signal line, the histogram, and then also the MACD line. Discuss about the three, and then also the zero line, which is four in addition. So we discussed about all this, and with that, we concluded the lesson in a very brief way, talking about the crossovers, and then also how the histogram and the zero line um helps traders to decide where momentum exists before they make entries in the market, right? Yes. So in our final conclusion, we agree that if God permits today, we shall look at how we can combine the two indicators we've discussed so far, and why the need for us to combine, because we realize, or in the course of our discussion, I said something that indicators are good to be used, but it's always good when we can combine them to find alignment. Because in the course of the session, we learn to know that trading is about alignment. So let me share my screen. My screen is visible. So we talk about the fact that when it comes to trading, it's about the word alignment. Mhm. How things are able to align, either its time frame, either whatever it is, there should be an alignment. And due to that, we said we can find ways and means to combine different indicators. And since we know the classes of indicators, combining them may not be difficult, because when one is giving us a trend and one is showing us the momentum, at the end of the day, a trend plus momentum would be able to give us what you call it, would be able to help us to do or to make a decision. Because whilst one is giving us the trend, one is also telling us the momentum. And in so doing, at the end of the day, a trader just wants to observe few things in the market, and then based on what he can observe or he learned to know, to make decisions. So this morning, what we are going to do is to look at how we can combine the two perfect indicators that you've discussed together to make what entries in the market, So combining moving average MA plus or rate MACD to make what, to make entries. Mm, so okay. I guess you can hear me, right? Okay, so this is what we're going to discuss this morning, and I'm just going to make it very short. and precise. So that's what you're going to do using MACD to using moving average and MACD to make entries in the market. So that's what you're going to do this morning. Let me check if my audience are with me. Are we good to go? We are starting. Are we good to go? Are we good to go? Are we good to go? All right. All right. That is great. Okay. So now, from whatever we discussed last 3 days till today or till yesterday, you have the idea of moving averages, that is the crossovers. Now, we all know, you've learned to know that the moving average crossover helps traders to be able to identify market trend, right? So, which simply means if I understand the trend of a market, the next thing that I have to confirm is its momentum. Okay. And since moving average help you to be able to know the trend, if I can be able to use moving average to identify market trend, the next thing is I need to build the momentum. Okay. To build what? The momentum, or to identify momentum. If it's indeed strong, that I can still enter, or it is weak. Even though an asset may be looking through the uptrend, but then the rate at which buyers are in control may be weak. That is what we mean by momentum. It simply means that the buying momentum is very low, which at a point in time could draw down the price back. So let's assume this is a candle. Let me see if I can draw a Gucci candle here. Okay, so let's assume uh, okay, let's assume this is a candle. Now, if all these candles are moving in this direction, mm, if all these candles are moving in this direction, automatically, what are we going to say? If they are all moving in this direction, what are we going to say? If we see a candle moving in this direction, what are we going to say? What are we going to say? We will say it is uptrend, right? In likewise manner, this price may be moving uptrend, but within a short period of time, the price may begin to be weak, it may lag, and all of a sudden, sellers will begin to appear, right? Sellers will begin to appear in the dictionary, pushing the price down. So the price may though indicated as what as uptrend here. The price may be uptrend, but the momentum may be weak. That is, and whenever there is a weak momentum, that is when the buyers will now think of pushing it down, because the market is always about what? Fight. It's a fight or a battle. Let me use the word battle. It's a battle between two people. That is those selling and those buying. One want to win, and the one who would win is the one with the strong momentum. Hmm? The one who want to win is the one with the what? With a strong momentum. So whilst one is trying to push the price up, one is also fighting to push the price down. So if I want to make entries, first after just identifying the trend, no, I may see that the trend is here, but I also need to know that does it still have the power to still go up, or it may drop down. And that is where the momentum comes in. So if I still uses maybe my MACD, considering the factors of MACD, I can be able to identify the momentum. Either it is still having the bullish momentum or it is weak. Do you get it? And after identifying if it is weak, if the momentum is still strong, that is when I can decide to do or to make entries. If it is weak, I exit out of it or wait for confirmation. So that is what we are going to do this morning. So first, let's see. So on our trading view, let's go to trading view. On our trading view, so let me clean my board nicely. Very good. So on our trading view, we just tap on trading view. Now we click on what? We click on chart, right? So good. Now let's click on chart. After clicking on chart, let me first delete all the two. Okay. Okay. Now after clicking on chart, the next thing that you are going to do is to add the various indicators you would love to do what you would love to use. So let's add them. First, let me wipe off distance. Good. Now you click on the settings. You click on the settings. So let's quickly do that. Good. After clicking on it, we have what we call indicators. Indicators. So you tap on the indicators. Then you use the search bar. If you already have it, your favorite, that is fine. If not, just click here, click on the search bar to search for it. So let's quickly do that. What are we looking for? We are looking for moving average and then also MACD. So over here, when you come, you have the moving average cross. You see MA cross, right? That is what you are looking for. That is what you are doing, what you are looking for. So just click on the MA cross. And the last time we talked about the we talked about the moving average crossovers. So over here, the moving average cross has been simplified, and wherever there is a crossover, it's circulates for you to know that there is what there is a crossover, right? So just tap on the cross. The next thing, search for MACD. So let's add it together. This is it. This is MACD. This is it, moving average convergence. So just tap on that one too. Now after that, let's go on the chart. You could clearly see we've added you could clearly see we've added two what we call indicators here. Now when you have the premium, you could have more than two, right? This is a free version. When you have the premium, you could have more than what? More than two. And of course, the premium two would give you more information. When I say information, it will help you more like giving you prompt alerts, setting up price alerts and everything. With that means that the price triggers your take profits, right? Good. Now, so what you're going to do next is, first we are considering moving average. So quickly, if I want to analyze this chart, like I said, the purpose of the use of indicators is to simplify trading, because it has already been used by many traders or expert analysts in the market for decades, and they understand. So the rules or the principles already exist. And since the principle exists, your responsibility is to read the principle and then apply the principle. Do you get it? So over here, looking at the MACD crossover, sorry, the moving average crossover here. Now, even though this is yet to happen, maybe if we could wait some more, we would clearly know where the direction is going, that it's up or down. But looking at this particular area, huh, looking at this particular angle, what could we say? Is it uptrend or downtrend? Is it uptrend or downtrend? You can drop your answer in the chat box for me to know if you still recall what we mean by uptrend, what we did yesterday by the crossovers. Is it uptrend or downtrend? Looking at what happened here. Is it uptrend or downtrend? Hmm? Is it uptrend or downtrend? Let me check. Someone is saying your chart seems to be upside down. Your chart seems to be upside down. The colors of your candles are opposite. What are you talking about? All right. So hope you have it now. All right. So is it uptrend or downtrend? Now let's check it out. This is the crossover. So sorry, I guess um this is the crossover. So this is the crossover, where the crossover happened. So we are asking, is it uptrend or downtrend? Is it uptrend or downtrend? Huh? Let me check. Very good. Very good. So downtrend, right? Downtrend, right? Very good. So what we are saying is simple. Now that the chart is giving this information as downtrend, now automatically we can clearly see that the trend is what is down. Okay. Now the next thing that you have to do is to come to the MACD. Using MACD, First, the MACD would also indicate or give us information of either it is downtrend where crossover happened. When you look at this, you can see where crossover has happened, right? So within this angle, if it is downtrend, we will be able to do what? No. Now, with the language of the MACD tool, we would see where there was a very strong downward momentum and where the trend was weakening, right? And yesterday, in the course of our discussion, we said when the zero line or when the histogram is below the zero line, it is what? It is bearish or bearish momentum. And basically, if it happens that the trend or the MACD line crosses below the zero line, when the crossover happens below the zero line, it gives it a strong confirmation, or when it's below the zero line, it gives it a strong confirmation that it is what? It is bullish or bearish, right? So over here, you could clearly see if we have a downtrend here, and then also checking out the crossovers, we realize that it's happened to be what? To be bearish momentum. Then automatically we have that confidence because there is an alignment here. I don't know if you get it. So when it comes to combining MACD, first understand that MACD is giving you the momentum, that is more confidence in the trade, and then also in the market, and then also moving average is giving you a trend. The trend is not enough. It is the confirmation that you need that will make it be enough for you. I guess you get it, right? So even if you don't have any knowledge about trading, when you want to use indicators, they are simplified to be used because everything has been explained. The rules, all what you have to do is to apply the rules. So over here, for instance, looking at this particular asset, maybe you can see the crossover happening, but you have to exercise patience. Looking at MACD, you could see how it happened, right? You could clearly see how it happened. So this is where the crossover happened. And of course, it has happened here, just that it is very weak. We are not seeing the clear identification of the trend, right? So you can observe this from this angle that the crossover has happened. Hmm? Coming here, you could see clearly the crossover has happened here, and this is the histogram above the zero line. Someone getting something out of it. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Let me know if you get it. Do you get it? Hmm? Do you get it? Very good. Very good. So let me say, please can I give me the explanation? Right. Do you get it? Do you get it? Okay, repeat. Now, listen. Listen. This is what we are saying. Hmm? This is what we are saying. So, hold on. Let me. Okay. This is what we are saying. I don't take this one. Okay. This is what we are saying. Okay. Now, having this information here, mind you, this is a 15-minute time frame, and we will talk about the time frames too, to which this may be more effective. So over here, we're talking about crossovers, right? The trend and then the momentum. Trend, and then also momentum. Now, what we are saying is the moving average cross or the moving average is giving us what? The trend, whereas the MACD is also giving us the trend and then the momentum. So over here, what we are saying is simple. Let's trace back this history. So having this particular chart here, you could clearly see, and with the moving averages, whatever we've discussed about the moving average is true. And we said if it happens that the short-term moving average, which is the 9-day moving average, crosses above the 21 days what moving average, it indicates that the trend is what? The price is uptrend. And exactly this is what you can see on the from the moving average point of view. This is the exact thing you can see, that the price is what? Is uptrend, right? Now, if the price is up, now let's consider it from what do we call it? From moving average. So using from MACD. So looking at MACD, you could realize that this is where the crossover happened. This is where the crossover happened. So it's happened exactly here. Now, after happening at this point, you could this is it. This is what you could clearly see, that there is a strong bullish what momentum, looking considering the histogram here, right? There was what a strong what a strong bullish momentum. Now, the momentum would also be determined by this histogram, and yesterday I explained that. So whilst the more the green the histogram fills out, that is, it simply means it explains how buyers, or sorry, other opponents are what are trying to take finish or control. So it went on as bullish, tracing this until this zone where the crossover happened, until this zone where the crossover what happened again. Now, when the crossover happened, looking at the trend, you realize that it was a downtrend. And this is the exact thing you could see here, right? So now, following my MACD and then also my moving average, I could clearly confirm that it's bullish. Sorry, it's bearish. Until then, that is when this crossover hasn't happened. That is when this crossover hasn't what happened. It's what bearish, right? So since it's bearish, the next thing that I could do is to make my decision of if I want to short. Now, mind you, let's talk about in the time frames here. Mind you, this is on the 15-minute time frame. This is on the what? On the 15-minute time frame. And I've explained what we mean by time frame to you, right? So over here, before you could be able to first make decision, mind you, with the different time frames, we said you have different forms of traders. I don't want to revisit this lesson, but for the sake of you to get this clear, we have different forms of traders. We have scalpers. So in this case, if a scalper is using this, a scalper may consider maybe 5 minutes, 1 minute to what, 1 minute to 5 minutes for his decision, 1 minute to what to 5 minutes to make entries. But since we are day traders, a day trader may consider from 15 minutes to 4 hour time frame. 15 minute to 4 hour time frame. So typically, I personally love to use the 4 hours time frame, 1 hour time frame, so the 15-minute time frame. Why? Because the 4 hour time frame would help you to be able to get the clear concepts of the markets, or the clear picture of the markets. And after deriving the clear picture of the market, that is when you can descend on the lower time frames to check what is happening. Then you use the 15-minute time frame to make entries. So let's look at it this way. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Good, good. Now, having the 4-hour time frame here, this is where the crossover happened. Here. So this is a trend following the crossover that we are talking about. This is a downtrend. This is what a downtrend. And of course, this is where you can see where the crossover happened exactly here. Right? Now, look at the bearish momentum. Considering this, you could realize that the MACD formed or gave you a prompt, and this is the exact information because you could see the candle here. Right? It gives you a prompt of what? Of a bearish direction. And that is where the crossover happened. It couldn't keep too long and it's turned into what? It turned into bearish. Right? So though anticipating on the 4-hour time frame, there is going to be a new crossover, and that is the exact thing that is yet to happen here as well. Until then, you could still see that the trend is still what? It's still bearish, or it's still downtrend using the moving average crossovers. So what you have to do next is to consider maybe your 1 hour time frame. So if I am getting a bearish trend or a bullish trend here, so let's assume this is bearish, I have to confirm, right, on the 1 hour time frame. This is the bigger picture. So now that I can see that it is buyers or sellers that are dominating the market. So if sellers are dominating the market, the next thing that I have to do is to go and see what is happening on the 1 hour time frame. So let me consider my 1 hour time frame. So over here, I clearly am I okay, let me end here before. So over here, I could clearly see that, or you could clearly see that it is still downtrend, right? It is still what? Downtrend, and this is where the crossover happened, and it took an uptrend what direction. So I have the crossover looking at the MACD. Oh, what is this? Looking at the MACD, I have this my crossover happening here, right? Happening here. So you could see that the MACD gave you the momentum whilst it is beginning to change. It was also lagging or fading out until you got the uptrend direction here. So this is it. So what we are saying is that whilst you are using moving averages, the moving average will give you the trend, then the MACD would give you confirmation either it is bullish, strong bullish, the bullish momentum or the bearish momentum is still strong, right? Using the histogram and then also the crossovers. That is the signal line and then also the MACD line. Do you get it? Do you get it? Let me know. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Very good. Someone saying somehow. Someone saying somehow. Someone saying somehow. Okay, someone to say no, you don't get it. Hmm? Okay, maybe let me change the assets. let me change the assets. Let me change the assets. Maybe that will do what, that will help you. Let me change the assets. Okay, now pay attention. Pay what? Attention. So let's change the assets. Mm, 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 mm. That this will be so simple for us to close early. Mm, 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 mm. Okay. All right. Okay. So let's have this here. All right. Now we have MACD here. We have this here. So this is seal. Okay. This is what seal. Now having our seal here, this is where the crossover happened. Tell me, is it uptrend or downtrend? Is it uptrend or downtrend? Looking at where I've circled. Is it uptrend or downtrend? Let me know. Is it uptrend or downtrend? Is it uptrend or downtrend? Mm-hmm. 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 Is it uptrend or downtrend? So let me get back here. All right, uptrend. Let me see. Uptrend. Uptrend. Okay. Uptrend. Very good. Very good. Very good. You are indeed following. That is awesome. You are indeed following. So now, having this here, you could clearly see it is what is uptrend. The next thing that we are saying is, if you don't get this, it simply means you didn't join yesterday's session. If the last thing that I'm explaining, if you don't get it, it simply means you didn't join yesterday's session. So pay attention to this. Mm? Pay attention to what? To this. Now, this is an uptrend. Why? Because there is a crossover. The short-term moving average crosses above the long-term moving average. Now, using the MACD tool, you could realize that there is a crossover because there is a crossover here because the MACD line has crossed above the signal line. And of course, the histogram is also depicting the same, that the histogram is above the zero line. The histogram is above the what? It's above the zero line, right? Right. So over here, traders could find their confirmation because this is uptrend and this is also showing bullish momentum. Maybe I was speeding up. Let me take time the last time. So this is an uptrend and this is also showcasing what? A bullish momentum. And since this is showcasing a bullish momentum signal, the trader may think of going what? Longing. If longing or buying. Why? Because This particular trend is showing up, and then also this is also showing the MACD is giving him the momentum that it is what it is bullish. Now, considering what is happening here now, you could see there was a crossover happening, and this crossover is what is starting right before you, right? So even though it is weak, you still have to wait to see. Do you get it? You still have to wait to observe what will happen. And what we are saying about the time frame is that now you could use 4 hours time frame, 1 hour time frame, and then 15 minutes or time frame, or possible 1 hour time frame, 30-minute time frame, and then also 15 minutes time frame as a day trader. Either 1 hour, 30 minutes, and then also 15 minutes, or 4 hours, 1 hour, and then also 15 minutes. They are you are all good. You are good to go with any of these. Hmm? You are good to go. You are good to go with any of this. So the point of discussion is simple. Once I can know or I can identify the various areas where I would see the trend and then also the momentum, the next thing is to follow the what? The time frame. So you use your higher time frame, which is the 4 hour time frame or the 1 hour time frame, to read the bigger picture of the chart. So for instance, if it is 4 hour time frame, let's consider what 4 hour time frame has got for us. Good, good. So on the 4 hour time frame, you could see it is what? It is downtrend. So let me see. The moving average give you a downtrend direction. Listen, the moving average gave you what? A downtrend direction. Now, the MACD also gave you a downtrend, but you could realize that there has been a change in direction. That is where you need to know. That is where you need what you call alignment. So you could see that the MACD has given you the signal that no, the thing is changing. It is what it is now becoming bullish. Yet there has not been any trend indicating that it is what it is bullish. This is the reason why you need to wait. I don't know if you get it. This is because they are not speaking the same thing. On the 4 hour time frame, the language is not the same. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. On the 4 hour time frame, you could see that the language is not the same, right? Though this is downtrend, but there has been a crossover here, which is indicating as uptrend. And that is the reason why you would need to wait to observe. So considering this, you could realize that the picture is not too clear on the higher time frame. So ah, so go back to your lower time frame, that is the 4 hour time frame, sorry, the 1 hour time frame, to observe if it is still the same. So let's come here. Hmm? There was a crossover. So let's look at this one too. Now on the lower time frame, you could still see that it is still changing towards downtrend, which is not even giving us the clear picture, right? So you consider the last part, which is the 15 minutes what? The 15 minutes time frame. On the 15-minute time frame, you could see it is still what? It is downtrend. This is where the crossover happened. Is it downtrend or uptrend? It is uptrend. The crossover happens to be uptrend. Yet the what do you call it? The MACD, the crossover happened as what as bearish momentum, or, or bearish. Do you get it? Which simply means that from the 4 hour time frame to the 1 hour time frame, all the directions are not clear. It doesn't speak the same thing. That is the meaning of it is not clear. from the 4-hour time frame to the 15-minute time frame. It is not speaking exact language. And that is what we said, it's alignment. It must align. So when there is an alignment from the higher time frame to the lower time frame, from the higher time frame to the lower time frame, that is when you get the confidence to make entries. If you understand, give me one in the chat. Let me know. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand? Okay. Okay. Very good. Very good. Very good. So that is the reason why I told you today we won't keep long, right? Because this is something simple that once you are able to understand this, you are true. Hmm? Once you are able to understand this, you are true. So let me give you the opportunity to ask your question. If I have more flesh to add, let me first give you the opportunity to ask your question because I really want you to, for this session, learn and then not understand. If you have any question, first, let me take your question. Let me take your question. So if you have any question, let me know. Yeah. So that's all.
Yeah, I think Jacob's hands is up. Jacob's hands is up.
All right. So Jacob, you've been asked on mute. So Doc, we are listening to you.
Coach, I think I missed something from yesterday and even today. I'm failing to get the MACD on the TradingView. When I go to the search bar and I look for MACD combined with the moving average, I don't get it. Can you please show me how to get it, how to combine it? And I get it, please. Please.
All right. So you mean it doesn't appear on your chart, right?
Yeah, it didn't appear with the histograms.
Maybe you didn't choose the right. So let's go back. Let's go back. All right. So please, I'll address these questions. So all right. Thank you. So lower your hand. Your question will be addressed. Okay. So now let's see. Unless I remove mine. So I'm removing everything and then add it again. So pay attention. So this is a raw chart, right? This is a chart. Very good. Having this here, we said come here. First, click on these three dots, that is the settings, right? Click on the three dots. After clicking on the three dots, drag it up. You are going to see indicators. You are going to see these indicators. So Jacob, pay attention to this information. You're going to see indicators. After clicking on indicator, click on indicators. Now, when you click on indicators, search for what you are looking for. So we have the MACD, the MA cross. So this is the first thing you see. Here is its MA what MA cross. So just tap on the MA cross. So tap on it. You see they said chart MA cross added to chart. So just click here. You could see this is it. Now we have the information here. This is the crossover. We have the information here, and then this is our crossover. You can see the two lines. Jacob, hope you are following. Good. So the next thing, click on the three dots again. Click on the same three dots again. And after clicking on the three dots, click on indicators. Then search for MACD. MACD. So that will, after typing for MACD, this is what you are going to see here. That is what you are going to see. So quickly do that. Tap on it smoothly. Then appear. Once you do the right thing, automatically both the histogram and then the MACD lines and the signal line would appear, right? So please go back
You
and
could
then,
see I was not doing it the way how you are illustrating right now.
pardon?
I've got it now. Yesterday I was not doing it the right way.
All right. So now I
Thank
guess
you very much.
all right. So we can go in peace. Okay. All right. So let me address the questions in the chat. Okay. So after understanding moving average and MACD, am I allowed to consider RSI? Yes, of course. If you have further knowledge about RSI and you want to use it, why not? So, as a scalper, using 1 minute to 15 minutes, can 1% delivers within the time frame used? No. A scalper doesn't a scalper doesn't consider high profits. A scalper doesn't consider high profits. A scalper is a sniper entry. He snipes information or results. So whatever little results he sees in the market, he's satisfied with it. That is a scalper, right? So if we're a scalper, you wouldn't even consider 1%, even not even 0.5. Scalpers are somehow different. You get it? So you go for 1%, you stay away, you be in peace. Or you scalp, you monitor, you close your trade. All right. My question is comment. Okay. So say, can I use the same indicators to exit the market if I want to? And the answer is yes. So which coin can you recommend to trade? Well, for now, um I don't know. If on the spot market I could recommend a coin, but if on the futures market I don't have any coin to recommend. So can I use indicators to exit the market? And the answer is yes. Now let's continue. So you realize that if you want to use these indicators, you can perfectly use them. The next thing is, do not forget the fact that we've also discussed about support and resistance, and you could add support and resistance to your analysis. So you could clearly take your time to draw your support and resistance at most 2 or 3. Hmm? And that would help you to be able to take your measurement, your take profits, right? Your support and resistance together with your MACD moving average confirmation would help you to draw your support take your go for your take profits. And that is what can also help you to know your exit point. All right. Let me know if there is any other question. Let me know if there is any other question. Please assist in using two indicators. But that is the exact thing we just demonstrated here. Eva, that is the net what we just demonstrated. So I don't know much. I don't get your question. Please assist in using two indicators. If you want to use two indicators, moving average is one indicator, and then also MACD is also another indicator. So you are using moving average, you are using MACD, you are using two indicators at the same time. Well, do you get it? So please, if you have any question, ask before we bring the session to an end. If you have any question, kindly ask. Like I said, okay. So raise your hand. You've not raised your hand. Raise your hand first before you'll be unmuted to talk. So ever you can raise your hand. Hmm. Okay. So you've been asked to unmute.
Good morning,
Yeah.
coach.
All right. Good morning.
Yes, I'm trying to copy what you are doing, ne? I'm trying to because I checked the presentation, the screen. I'm trying to get the indicators. I click the indicators and then put the MACD, the MACD and also the moving average cross, but it doesn't appear on my screen.
You
The
mean the
indicator.
MACD is not appearing on your screen? Okay. All right. So I guess you are not doing it the right way. So um
Let
pay attention once more. So follow this. Let me clean off everything again. Now click on these three dots. Maybe let me click on these three dots. Now after clicking on the three dots, click on indicators, right? Then search for MACD. MACD. Now when you click on when you search for MACD, so just tap on it. Just do a tap on it. I've already added it. So once you tap on it, it will appear. Just tap on it. If you are able to search for MACD indeed and then you tap on it, that is all. Let's go back to the chart. Did I use the right thing? Okay. So MACD, right? Tap on it, MACD. Okay, good. Now let's go to the chart. Exactly, we have it here, right? So ever try to do it again. Try to do it again. Maybe you couldn't tap on the right thing. So try to do it again. So if you have other indicators, remove them. Mind you, if you are using the free version, you can't use more than one indicator or more than two indicators. So remove them. If you have added other indicators, try removing them and then also get the mark. If not, it would never appear. All right. Hope your problem is solved. Eva, are you okay now?
you know what happens, coach? It
I'm listening.
doesn't appear on my chart.
It doesn't appear on your chart.
They're sitting under favorites, ne? But on the chart, I don't see them. Oh.
Yes, I'm not getting you. I'm not getting you. So have you been able to tap on it and it's not appearing?
It's not appearing. But
Okay,
I'll see what happens.
give me a moment. Maybe I have to get back to you share your screen. All right, so let me address these few questions. So hold on. Using moving average and MACD confirmation, do I need support and resistance as a scalper? Yes, if you care. You can use support and resistance in addition.
Oh,
And
it's
that will
appearing.
it's appearing now. All right,
Yeah.
then enjoy your day. It's
Let me,
appearing.
yeah.
Enjoy your
It's
day.
appearing now, yeah.
All right.
It's appearing. Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to use adding support and resistance to your indicators would even be more accurate enough because you may be able to get your exit and your entry and your exit zones very easy, right? These two, the MACD and the MACD and then the moving averages are to give you indications and then also confirmations, right? So that you can enter. So using the support and resistance would help you to be able to draw these two zones where you may exit and then also where you take profits where you would take profits, right? Okay. Can MACD be combined with Bollinger Band giving good analysis results? Yeah, so that is when we study it, we may get back to know the nature of MACD, the nature of Bollinger Band before we would confirm anything. All right, so I like to feel more confident making exit decision when the market shifts temporarily. All right, so that will be your personal decision as well. Okay, so I believe all questions has been answered. I believe all questions has been answered clearly. I believe all questions has been answered clearly, guys. So, let me see. Yeah, Doris, can you hear me? Maybe she's not with us. Maybe she's away from the phone. All right. So all the what we called the recorded versions will be shared. Yesterday, it seems I didn't see it. I didn't see it, so she will share it on the platform, right? So we'll share them on the platform for us to have it. So please, this is where we will end this morning session. This is where we will end this morning session. If there is no question again, and then I believe we will end here this morning. Today is Thursday, and we would have our advanced session in crypto trading, right? Today is Thursday, and we will have our advanced session in crypto trading. That is where knowledge is unveiled. So I encourage you to get prepared when the time is due and the link is shared. Do not miss it. When the time is due and the link is shared, do not miss it. Let's all get prepared to meet in the next session. Thank you all for being here this morning. Eva, I can still see your hand again. What is the issue? Hmm? We are listening to you.
Coach,
We are listening to you.
yes, on my chart, ne, I want to add this hydrogram. I don't see it on my chart. How can I get it?
You said you don't do what?
The hydrogram, the gram, hydrogram.
All right. So have you been able to add the MACD?
Yeah, the MACD I managed. It's appearing on my chart, and the
Delete it and
MD
then
cross. Yeah, moving
delete
average
it and
cross.
then add it again. Delete it and then add it again. It will appear.
Oh, I have to delete and how to delete them? If I want to delete them, where should I go?
So if you want to delete it, follow this. If you want to delete, just come here. Okay, come here. You see, can you see close? This is close. So you just tap on the close. When you tap on the close, you will see this delete. This is the delete button. So just tap on it. Once you tap on delete, it will disappear. All right. So go and do that. Okay, so I believe that will be all for this morning. I believe that will be all for this morning. So you can go out there, practice what we've studied today to make money. There is no secret in making money than practicing what you've learned. Listen, there is no secret in making money than practicing what you've learned. So it is what you know that gives you the opportunity to make money. So go out there, go on your chart. Do not be afraid to make decision. Go out there and practice what you've learned this morning. Go and put them into practice so that you can be able to make money. Right? All right. So stay blessed and have a good day. Love you all. Bye.